Hey, what's up everyone? It's Wolfman here, and so again, if you know where I am in my house right now, I think that you know what I'm going to be doing here. So it's been a while since I did my last unboxing video of anything. I think the last time I did one was when I got my tablet, my Samsung Galaxy Tab, back in I think it was November, I think that was. So it's been quite a while. So here I do have a new thing to unbox today, something that I haven't really seen many people unbox in general because it's a very top-of-the-line item, that's for sure. So, as you can see, this camera that I'm using is the one that I've had since last May, which is the Sony HDR-PJ790V, and I've been very happy with it. But since I've been using a digital camera, I figured I needed a new camcorder, so I decided to get myself this little nifty bad boy, the Sony HDR-PJ790V, and you can see this is one of the best camcorders that they possibly make. I mean, I've been a big fan of Sony like ever since I got my first Steadyshot camera, and I mean, obviously I'm a big Sony person. Otherwise, we have like TVs, obviously the PlayStation 3, the PlayStation 2, and so Sony's been one of my favorite companies. So anyways, so I just got this in the mail, so obviously we'll take a look at it here, see what we got. So I got the box itself. Obviously you can see it's pretty big. It's well, not giant, but still it's pretty good. Handy cam, optional accessories. Hope it at least comes with a battery, but I'm sure it does. So on the bottom here, 24.1 megapixel sensor, so that's really good. That's even better than this digital camera that I'm holding right now for taking photos. 96 gigabytes of internal memory, which obviously I'm going to need because my memory card on this camera fills up quite fast since I record videos all the time, like bowling and everything. 17 times extended zoom, which is not as high as the camera that I'm holding, but the thing is that with this camera it's a little bit different because of the fact that when you're actually recording, it's like a free floating lens, which I'll actually get into later on in this unboxing, but for the quality, they have to kind of take back the zoom capabilities, which I'm fine with because my other Handycam camcorder had like up to 300 times extended zoom, but the problem was that the quality was so bad that it was not even worth it in the slightest bit. This is one of the new features that they have in this Handycam, I guess. Not just progressive recording, but MP4 recording, which is what I'm actually recording this video in right now on my digital camera. Built-in USB cable, which I heard can kind of affect how comfortable the camera feels like when you hold it, but we'll get into that later. Balanced optical Steadyshot, which again is what I was just talking about. The fact is that this camera has a free floating lens, meaning that like if you're doing a lot of like walking around, or if you're like moving around with your camera, luckily the lens doesn't really shake as bad, so you can pretty much get steady shots wherever you are, because I know a lot of people have said in some of my previous bowling videos where I've held my camera, keep the camera still, so hopefully that'll help. And the biggest thing is that this has a built-in projector too, so projector to me is more of a novelty feature in a way, but I mean, it is kind of cool if I want to show videos to people after I've shot them. The nice thing is that you can get optional accessories for this. You can attach certain accessories like I think like lights and everything, and obviously camera stands, but I already have several of those. So you can see here it also does take the memory sticks and the SD cards, which is good. It has built-in HDMI, obviously works with PlayStation 3, iMovie, everything you can think of. You see the mic, there's a microphone right there, so surround sound obviously, which is good. Now save and share with play memories, that's something that I use anyways on my computer, so it's definitely a good thing. You see balanced optical Steadyshot, built-in projector, wide-angle lens, high-quality sound. We go back here. Now, let's see here. Obviously the accessory, like the required components to actually start up the camera and everything. Supplied accessories, AC adapter, power cord, rechargeable battery pack, wireless remote, USB connector, HDMI, lens hood, windscreen, and step-down ring. And finally, now, let's see, Unfortunately, unlike the HX30V, this camera was made in China, but we'll let that get away for once. I mean, I know that someone actually gave it a negative review on Amazon just for the fact that it was made in China and nothing else, so let's see how it is before we really bash that. So, here are all the manuals. Probably going to need those later. I'll just throw that down here. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. If it's not working, return it to the store. I bought it from Amazon.com, so we'll wait and see how that works out. Got your power cord. Got the battery. I don't know if this is the same type of battery that my other camcorder uses. Hopefully it is, but we'll wait and see. It'd be nice to have another thing if I need it. There's the lens hood. I guess that'll be a nice feature to have. Lens ring. USB to HDMI cable, I guess. Yep, that's what it is. Yep, and then a micro USB to HDMI. So that's definitely nice to have. I'll probably use that for my phone as well. Here's the built-in remote, which I think is going to be pretty cool if I want to do wireless recording. Power pack. Ooh, this is the same one that my camcorder uses, so that's definitely a good thing. I want to say that this is some sort of cleaner, but I'm not exactly sure. And last but not least, we have the camera itself in here. Let's take this bad boy out. Show exactly what it looks like here. Put the camera down just for a sec. And there it is. So you can see it has a built-in projector. Wow, this thing is pretty sweet. Lens is gigantic, and surround sound microphone, the built-in knob that you can do for manual control, 96 gigabytes of built-in storage. You can hear that shaking. If I shake this camera, you might think that something's broken inside it, but that's the free-floating lens, which is a good thing because that means that obviously everything's going to be a lot more stable. Here's the viewfinder, start and stop for video, and the strap right here that has that built-in cable. You just take it right out and use it specifically for plugging it into your computer and taking off all the videos from that. So I'm going to put in the battery here and we'll get this bad boy started up and we'll go from there. So I'll split that into a couple videos here, so hang on one sec. So now that I got my camera turned on with the massive battery that I bought for it, I'll show you guys a little bit more about how this camera works. So I might as well just turn it off a little bit here. But so you can see, besides like the projector and everything, let's show you all the internals of how this camera works. So you can obviously the viewfinder, the LCD display I should say, is a lot thicker than what you see on most camcorders, and that's mainly because of the projector itself. The projector itself is a lot brighter than the older versions of the Handycam camera that did have the projector built in before, but this is like one of the best, I guess. Now on the side here, obviously I have a full touch screen, which obviously I can go to menu, do everything I need to do. So you can see I can choose my shooting mode, I can adjust the camera for how it is, image quality, the playback function, which the projector comes in handy for that, edit copy, and then also setup. So it's pretty simple though, so that's definitely a good thing. Then on top here you also have your projector focus. Not sure if you can really see that, but I've already tried out the camera a little bit and it's definitely nice to have because it can be blurry at times, but then you can just simply switch how good the focus is by adjusting the slider right there. So on the side here you can see this is a closable door, but this is what the buttons on the side right here. You have basically this little door which you can put in your memory card. Takes both SD and memory stick Duo Pro cards, so that's definitely a good thing. So you have pretty much all your options available as far as what kind of memory you want to put in this thing, so that's definitely a plus for me since I have both types of memory cards. Obviously you can see you have your HDMI cable, micro HDMI in, and then you have your projector cable that you put in as well. There's a projector button right there, so you can easily project everything. Your play button, your playback feature itself, the camera light, which you can actually see on the front here. You can see the night shot mode, and if you're wondering what night shot is, I'll give you a little example. So if this was nighttime, I would just hit night shot. Oops. And there we go. I have night vision built in my camera. So that's definitely a really cool feature to have. Finally, you have a power button, obviously, and let's go through the rest of the camera. So on that side, that's all set. Now on top here, you have your photo button and obviously your zoom button, zoom in and out. And I'm going to zoom in myself on my camera. On the bottom here, you have your battery. You have the viewfinder right here, so that's definitely nice to have. Then you have your mode, switching between photo and video, which I definitely like. Down here you have the power cable slot that you can plug in your power into in case you want to keep your camera charging besides just charging the battery, or especially this is good if you're trying to record for a long period of time and you want to keep your camera always charged and not have to worry about the battery. Then you have your start and stop feature, which you can either use on here or you can use it on the touch screen. Now, going back to what I was saying beforehand, I've heard some people say that this cable that comes attached in here, and I'll even show you, it's just a standard USB cable, but it actually plugs right into the strap. And I've used the camera a little bit already just now, and the strap, I do agree, it's not as comfortable as I'd like it to be, but that's not really a big deal because I think I'll get used to it really quickly. Now, anyways, besides that though, there's another door here that you can plug in your micro USB cable, your headphones if you want, and you can also plug in your own microphone, which is definitely a nice thing to have. This camera has pretty much everything you could think of. Had everything my ZI-8 had, has everything that all of my CyberShot cameras have had, and it pretty much has everything plus a few extra options that my handy cams have had as well. So on the top here, you also have your door, well, your hinge that you can attach any extra accessories to, but I've heard some people say that they could come into effect with the surround sound microphone, but right now I don't have any accessories for that, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Anyways, on the side, SDXC and memory stick, obviously you can see that. The strap holder right here. On the bottom you have obviously your tripod adapter. Then in the front here, you see how giant this lens is, but you can also see that you can adjust it manually as far as how you want to focus the camera, as well as the camera itself. And I'll actually show you something really cool here. So we'll turn this camera on, and what's nice is that if you just open this, it turns it right on. But you can see when I'm trying to move this camera around, look at the lens. The lens is free floating, so if I shake it a lot, the lens itself is pretty much never going to shake, so that's definitely a good thing as far as shooting stuff. So I don't think I'm gonna have that problem anymore as far as like when I take videos and photos and everything like that. So that's definitely nice to have. So besides that, other than that, the surround sound microphone, like I talked about, unfortunately you can't move it. That would have been a feature that I think would have been kind of cool to have if you were able to adjust it like and move it wherever you want. Alright, so it's about a day and a half after I officially got the camcorder because I had some issues converting the original video that I took of the step-by-step process as to how the camera works and everything on my computer, so I figured I'd just reshoot it and show you guys how this whole camera works. So as you can see, I already kind of talked about what the camera looks like. Obviously it has the projector, the surround sound microphone, the little door up top here for attaching any accessories like additional lights or anything like that. Obviously you have your zoom button, your photo button, battery compartment, the viewfinder which extends out and also tilts, and on front here you have the lens, the manual controls. On the side, go through everything one more time, the mode button which is really nice, record button, the power button, and then everything else in particular. So you have your microphone, head jack, and USB cable here. And other than that, that's pretty much it. So there's two ways to actually turn on this camera. The first thing that you can do, which is really cool, I mean, I don't think my other camera had this. If I just pop this open, this just automatically turns on. So no need to open it and then hit the power button right here. Power button is in kind of a funny spot, if you ask me. I mean, it's right inside, which I don't even know why it's there, to be honest, because all I have to do is just close this and then the camera just shuts right off. Now, the other way you can also turn it on is by taking out the viewfinder, and it does again. You can tilt up the viewfinder however you want. Not sure if you can see in there or not, but yeah, you can see a little bit. But you can see that the camera itself works just as fine. You put it back in, and the camera turns right back off. So, as far as this works, let's turn this on again and show you here exactly. So I already took some video with it. I actually posted one on my channel, on my other channel yesterday. I went bowling at Leo's Super Bowl, but you can see full touch screen here, really easy to use. You have all your menu options right here, the shooting mode, which will go over the shooting mode itself. There's movie, photo, take 24 megapixel stills, which is nice. Smooth, slow recording, which records 3 seconds of very high, very, how can I say it? It records everything in like super slow motion, but like I said, 3 seconds is not really very impressive. I mean, unless like I started recording myself like as I'm bowling, throwing a ball down, you probably wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to get much out of that feature. Golf shot's also nice because if I guess this is probably good if I'm ever bowling. Maybe I could perhaps use that to see exactly how that'll work if I want to ever look at how my stance is when I go and throw the ball. So then you have your camera and your microphone settings, and then your actual setup itself. Those are completely two different things because the setup itself is more along the lines of how you configure the camera itself, like how it shoots, where it saves stuff to, like your language settings, USB settings, stuff like that. And then the actual camera itself is where you adjust the camera settings itself, how it actually shoots everything. Image quality and size is also kind of its own thing as well, but it really depends on what you're shooting. Let's just say if I go to camera and microphone right here, actually no, I take that back. I think I have to go back to image quality and size, and obviously if I'm in photo, well, I'm not in photo, I don't know what mode I'm in. Oh, I'm in, oh, there we go. I was in golf shot mode, that's why. So I go back to movie here, go to image quality and size, and now you can see I can choose my frame rate, and I can choose between 60p for higher quality frame rate, 60i if frame rate's not really a big deal for me. 60p actually has a lot less shooting modes. I think it only actually, it comes with one standard shooting mode anyways. 60i you have a lot more options as far as how you want to shoot the video itself. You can actually see right here, highest quality, standard, high quality, and long time. And I mean, these are all the modes that you can copy the video to down below here. But let's just say I hit back and I hit 60p. When shooting movies, when set to 60p, recording of still images and everything else is impossible. And as you can see, there's only one mode here, and you hit OK, and that's the mode that it's stuck to. Now if we go back here, let's just say if I want to get out of that, oops, get out of that. There's also 24p mode, which is kind of like what you see, I guess you could say what you see major films being shot in as far as their frame rate goes, as well as a lot of TV shows. And if I want to do highest quality, I mean, I can obviously do however I want. Like I said, frame rate, you have a few other features that I haven't really used yet. Image size, you can choose how high the resolution you want your megapixels for your photos to be. I just keep it at the 24 because I don't see any reason why I want any less than that, to be honest. The playback function, you can customize a bunch of different things as far as how you want to edit your own movies and everything. And oh yeah, I'm tired myself here. But these are how you can view your images. And now if I'll actually show you, why don't I show you the other features on the side here. So besides everything that I told you about on the side here, these are all the buttons. Night shot, which I demonstrated in another video that I took, which is for night vision pretty much. Your camera light, which I want to turn that on. Oops. Actually, I gotta get out of there. I gotta get it back into the shooting mode itself. And there we go. And then if I hit light, there you can see the camera light itself is on. So that's not a big deal. Night shot, as you can see, if you turn that on, automatically turns on night shot. And what comes on is this little, actually, wow, I'm surprised you can see it with this camera, because I can't see it from the naked eye. I can't even see that light on for myself, so that's weird. The camera can actually capture that, and like my eye can't even see that. So turn that off. That's a cool feature. Now obviously you have your playback function, but let's just show how the projector feature works. If I can show it on the wall here. Oops. So if I want to select it, I go to images shot on this device, and you can also project things shot from like your smartphone or something like that, but you need to have certain things like installed on your smartphone in order to do that. But let's show you how the projector works here. And as you can see, well, obviously it's not a great place to put it on when we do the couch right here. So what I have to do is I have to use these buttons to navigate through as far as like how I want to select the photos and everything. And I use the photo button as the select button itself. So let's say I want to select a photo from, I guess, well, there's only one photo I took today, but I want to select that. It's still a picture I took, and as you can see, it's of this laptop right here. So it's pretty good. I mean, depending on where I put it as far as the projector goes, and obviously I can watch my own videos and everything. And then on here I can focus how good the projector looks, which is also a cool feature. It's definitely convenient to have. So let's say I wanted to get out of that. Let's see if I can get out of that right now. Obviously it's not the easiest in the world when you're projecting it on a couch, so why don't we project it right on here? How about that? There we go, that's a lot better. So going back to this projector feature, I mean, I can easily choose what videos I want, but I can also choose which photos I want. And so you can see there's my kitty. And let's see if there's anything else I can shoot here. I actually took a video of my cats from yesterday. They're somewhere here. And let's go back to the other portion of the slideshow here. And you can see here. You see this is all right on the projector itself. And you can see my kitties. And let's see how big we can actually make this picture here. So you can see I can project it fairly well. I mean, bring it back a little bit, and that's how the projector looks. So besides that, besides how the projector works, I think other than that, this camera's been pretty good so far as what it's capable of. It's definitely a nice camera, by far top of the line. And as far as what I want to be able to do with it, I still really haven't figured that out yet, because this camera has so many features that really there's nothing that it can't do. I mean, it can do night vision, it can do super slow video, it can do video in pretty much any type of format and frame rate that you can think of, an MP4 and standard high definition recording. You connect it to a TV, cell phone, smartphone, tablet, you name it, it's there. Has a surround sound microphone, free floating lens. I mean, come on, what other camera has something like that? Batteries, I mean, this is technically not the Sony battery that I came with, this is a different one. Viewfinder extends out. I mean, you could take 24 megapixel still photos. And oh yeah, I think I probably talked about this already, but just in case I haven't, the last thing that this camera has that no other camera can even come close to is the fact that this lens inside here, you can easily notice how it just shakes. So it's definitely nice to have if I want to prevent myself from having blurry and shaky video. So other than that, this camera, I mean, if you want to get it yourself, you can find it on Sony's website or on Amazon.com. I know that I definitely am happy with it, at least so far. We're definitely gonna have to do some more testing with it as far as shooting bowling videos and perhaps shooting like blog videos or videos for YouTube, especially of any kind. But we're gonna have to wait and see if this will officially replace my digital camera that I'm holding as far as being my main source of a video camera. But I think that regardless though, it's definitely a big improvement by far over my original camcorder that I had from Sony, and I think moving from here on out, it's definitely going to be a camera I'm going to stick with for quite a long time. So if you guys are interested in getting it yourselves, it's not a cheap device, but for almost $1,600, I mean, you can't go wrong. It's definitely a top of the line product. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, I'll see if I can answer them, as far as if anyone else is wondering how this camcorder works and wants to know more about it themselves. That way I can actually see if I can help anyone as far as if they're looking to buy this camera themselves. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all later.